Sunsets. Apex Finale. Act 1. As the dawn rises on the battlefield, Gibraltar, Loba, and Bangalore are geared up and ready to dive into the action. They stand in the dropship, adrenaline pumping as they wait for the doors to open. As the dropship approached the terrain, Gibraltar quickly checked his map while Loba suggested landing in the estates, pointing out the central tower. The rival squads watched, and the trio dived as Gibraltar tucked into a cannonball, with Loba leading them over the massive turbine at the heart of the fray. At the 45-second mark, Gibraltar makes a tactical move and breaks off from the group, landing outside the estate. He quickly assesses his surroundings and locates a nearby building, ready to arm himself for battle. At 1 minute and 5 seconds, Gibraltar is able to grab a 30-30 and an R99. Meanwhile, Loba is in the biggest and most centered building in the estates, and she starts trading bullets with another trio. Bangalore, the rookie of the group, loots the edges of the estate. For 30 seconds, Loba is left alone and manages to knock down one of the enemy trio. At 1 minute and 45 seconds, Gibraltar arrives on the scene, firing from a perch above Bangalore and getting a moonshot on the second enemy of the trio, finishing off a bloodhound. The third enemy attempts to get the high ground, but Loba chases her down and kills her outright, eliminating the first enemy trio from the map at the 2-minute mark. In summary, within the first 2 minutes of the battle royal, Gibraltar, Loba, and Bangalore survive their first encounter with another trio, with Gibraltar playing a key role in finishing off the enemy team with his precise shooting. At the beginning of the 3rd minute of the battle royal, Loba deploys her black market boutique, which allows nearby loot to be teleported to her and her allies. Gibraltar takes advantage of this and loots the area, picking up syringes, light and heavy ammo, and a laser sight. Meanwhile, Bangalore is still looting the edges of the estates, out of range of the black market. At exactly 3 minutes into the match, Gibraltar begins ascending the high ground in the center of the estates but is suddenly shot in the back by an Octane, taking 4 to 5 bullets from an assault rifle. Despite the surprise attack, Gibraltar manages to make it into cover after 4 seconds and turns around to fire his entire clip, hitting Octane 3 times. Bangalore then manages to knock down Octane with her large machine gun at the 3 minutes and 10 seconds mark. Gibraltar finishes reloading at 3 minutes and 15 seconds, but is shot in the back by Lifeline. He quickly moves down the ramp into new cover while using his 30-30 to take out Octane from the game. It is a story that follows Gibraltar and his squad mates, Loba and Bangalore, as they fight for survival in a battle royal. Gibraltar and Loba remain in the center of the estates, with Lifeline approaching and an unknown legend battling Bangalore. At 3 minutes and 20 seconds, Gibraltar takes 4 seconds to shield up before turning to cover Bangalore from his position, unloading 3 bullets by the 3 minutes and 30-second mark. He then unloads another 5 rounds from the 30-30 into the opposing fade, providing cover for Bangalore. As Gibraltar and Bangalore continue to engage in the firefight, Lifeline tries to move in to flank them, but Loba alerts Gibraltar, who turns and takes her down with a few well-placed shots. The unknown legend fighting Bangalore is eventually eliminated, leaving Gibraltar, Loba, and Bangalore as the only survivors of the second enemy trio. With the enemy team defeated, the trio can regroup and assess their situation before moving on to their next objective. Act 3. The story begins at the 3:45 mark, where Gibraltar is inside the large center estate building, preparing for a potential attack. He shields up, loads his 30-30, and surveys the area. Loba and Bangalore are busy looting without healing, and Gibraltar continues to watch for any signs of danger. At the 4 o'clock mark, Gibraltar jumps off the second floor of the tower in the center of the estate and proceeds to the edge of the estate in the same direction as Bangalore. Loba holds the trio squad 6, and they circle the estate while healing. At the 4:43 mark, with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the round, Gibraltar hears gunfire from the enemy, and by 4:46, he has reoriented towards the high ground, grabbing cover and hearing footsteps of an enemy wraith below him. At 4:56, Gibraltar catches a bunny-hopping bloodhound chasing down Loba, who has been combating with the bloodhound for 23 seconds, with bloodhound's ally Pathfinder behind, approaching Loba's position back in the building centering the estates. Gibraltar trades bullets with the Pathfinder at 4:57 while Bloodhound attempts to hunt Loba, climbing walls with his ability. Gibraltar unloads 8 rounds at the Pathfinder, finding success with 2x trigger pulls. At 5:02, Gibraltar aims for the Wraith, who left the building that Gibraltar stands on at exactly 5 minutes in an attempt to regroup with the enemy squad. For the next 5 seconds, Gibraltar and Loba stand on opposing high vantage points in the estates, herding the enemy trio into a valley-like terrain. At 5:15 exactly, Gibraltar pulls out his R99, unloading into the Pathfinder 6 meters below his position, defeating the first enemy of the opposing trio within 2 seconds. At 5:18, Gibraltar jumps from the top of the one-floor building, with an unloaded R99 and 3 bullets left armed in his 30-30. He passes the Pathfinder for a second, charging the Bloodhound with his fists out at 5:19. Gibraltar combats the Bloodhound, punching him 3 times and kicking twice while getting shot and cracking his shields. Eventually, Gibraltar eliminates the squad and becomes the kill leader in the process, taking 7 seconds and ending with Bloodhound's death at 5:25.